Rick Harrison, the face behind History Channel's hit series Pawn Stars, is living through every parent's worst nightmare. In January 2024, his son Adam passed away from a fentanyl overdose at just 39 years old. Since then, Rick has been wrestling with regret, guilt, and the endless what-ifs that torment his thoughts day and night. In a recent interview on the YouTube series In Depth with Graham Bensinger, Rick, 59, opened up about his heartbreaking loss. With a heavy heart, he shared, "I think about him every day. The pain is raw and palpable, a wound that refuses to heal." Reflecting on Adam's troubled journey, Rick admitted that his son had battled addiction for much of his 20s. Despite countless attempts to save him, rehab after rehab, Adam kept falling back into the darkness. "It got really, really bad," Rick recalled. "Apparently it wasn't heroin he got, it was fentanyl. It killed him." The weight of his son's death hangs heavy on Rick's shoulders, amplified by the knowledge that addiction had been an ongoing struggle. He did everything he could think of, every intervention, every tough love approach. But every time Adam seemed to be making progress, he would slip again, dragged back into the vicious cycle that ultimately claimed his life. In the interview, Rick didn't hold back from expressing the relentless self-blame that plagues him. "When you lose a kid, you second-guess everything," he confessed. "What could I have done differently? Could I have forced him into a different rehab? Should I have locked him in my truck and driven him to a remote place where he couldn't get drugs?" You go through 100 different scenarios in your head, but none of them change the reality. It wasn't just the addiction that shattered Rick's heart. At one point, Adam had even broken into his father's house, leading Rick to contemplate whether a stint in jail might help his son sober up. Desperation took hold, and Rick tried the tough love approach, but even that couldn't keep Adam from falling back into the abyss. "You want to give them tough love and everything, but I never thought it would end like this," Rick lamented. The pain of losing Adam is something Rick knows will never truly fade. As a father, the guilt is relentless, the sense of failure suffocating. But through the pain, Rick has found a new perspective on life. "I've learned to appreciate what I have," he shared. "I spend as much time with my kids as I can. I call them almost every day. Life's too short to take anything for granted." As the owner of the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas, Rick has long been known for his savvy business acumen and no-nonsense attitude. Yet this personal tragedy has softened him, making him more aware of the fleeting nature of happiness. Despite his success, he acknowledges that money doesn't shield anyone from heartache. "I know guys with 10 times the money I have, and they're miserable," he said. "It's not that hard to be happy. Just don't surround yourself with miserable people. Enjoy life with your family and friends." Rick's story is a stark reminder that no amount of fame or fortune can guard against life's cruelest blows. Losing a child is a pain that cuts deeper than any loss. And while Rick continues to navigate his grief, he holds on to the memories of his son and the lessons learned from the tragedy. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse, please reach out to the SAMHSA helpline at 1-800-62-HELP. There is help available, and no one has to fight alone.